crowd's just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Riggins. And that play going absolutely... He's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Williams. They'll go screen here to Hunt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The deception there pays off to perfection. 14 yards on the fake punt and a 1st down.
Hey, check that. Street.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Check smash, check smash. Big Lions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Now Williams on 3rd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On play action, Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing on 1st down, Williams slings this deep from McLaurin, and this is going to be intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Over here. Hey.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he is going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Fielded just inside the 30. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team,
touchdown! Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Ready.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt.
Past the 20 for a short gain, second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Williams to throw on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run with Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
70, Timberwolf. Warriors, 70.
Williams now looking to throw on 2nd down. That one is caught by Hunt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Check, contact, check, contact.
Now a handoff up the middle. Riggins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Operating from the gun, Williams.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly are lighting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points.
Touchdown, Washington.
From 6 yards away.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point right down the middle, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 31 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down at the 28.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
88.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
deep in the end zone. He's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Here we go, Jack. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's Williams to throw on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Taylor is in. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Crosby with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And now here is another interception.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
23 yards on the play.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Ready? Hurt. Go
To throw on second down. Williams. He's going to let it fly.
And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his third pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a third down.
Now Williams throwing on third and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there's a...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Williams on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch.
And now here is another interception.
And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Rodgers looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, fans usually love to see